First thing that's going to happen after you sign an agreement with us is we'll send out to you a list of questions. And this is really a due diligence list so that we're able to write the book. We have professional book writers that will then interview you and gather the information and start to assemble the book. Simultaneously, we're going to have our research team developing a target list of companies around the globe that could be potential buyers for you. That's going to include private equity groups also. We have about 3,000 of those in the United States and another 1,000 in Europe. We're going to want to hear from you who you believe are some of the potential buyers of your company and research those also as part of this list. Once the marketing materials are all ready, we will have completed a one-page blind summary on the company, which will then go out to the targeted buyers. It's not going to reveal a price on your business. It's not going to give the name of your company. It's going to be very peripheral information that you're going to have an opportunity to edit and give a final blessing to. That's going to go out in the mail and by email, and then we're going to do a phone call follow-up to each one of those potential buyers. They're going to then call us and they're going to be screened. We're going to want to understand what their objectives are in looking to make this acquisition. So we're going to get rid of those tire kickers and those people that really just don't make sense, and then have them sign a confidentiality agreement. The confidentiality agreement will not have your name on it. It'll have a file code. So if they happen to get that confidentiality and they don't sign it, they have not found out the name of your company. They sign it, they send it back, and it's at that point that we then release the book and the video on your company. The video, and hopefully you'll take a look at those on our website, is a 2 to 3 minute showcase of your company. And it's going to give them a quick overview of what your business is all about. And we found this to be a very helpful tool to help us actually get offers on your company without them ever speaking with you or coming in and meeting you. So the video goes with the book. Then they're also told to submit in writing their questions. So at this point, there will be a target date. All the buyers are given to submit that list of questions. We'll tabulate those in-house, break them down by various categories that will include things like manufacturing or operations, finance, marketing, facilities, whatever, so that they're going to be able to understand the company. You're going to verify all of those answers. Some of those questions may be too due diligence oriented, and you're not going to want to share the information at this point. We then send back out to all of those buyers that sign the confidentiality this question and answer document. And what this does is it lets them know that they're in a very competitive situation. They're not the only game in town. There's a lot of people, we get comments from them, well, how come I submitted 10 questions and I got back 200? Well, it's because we're allowing them to see all of the questions that were submitted. And as a result, they see that there's going to be other people bidding for this business. Now, when they get the questions and answers, we're going to then ask them to submit, all by a certain date, a first round bid. And at this point, if there were 150 that received the question and answer document, it's not uncommon for us to get anywhere from 15 to 35 first round bids. And this is where we're going to start to separate the men from the boys. We're going to start to see who is really seeing the value in your company and those that are really just trying to lowball or steal it. We're obviously going to get rid of the lowballers, and we're going to spend time with those people that see the highest value. Together, we're going to decide who we want to bring in for meetings. Those people will be highly vetted. You're going to understand who they are. You're going to understand the price that they're starting to look at for your business before you've ever even spoken with them. Now, because they've had to meet a couple of these different target dates along the way, what's going to happen is we can set up these meetings with you in a 1 to 2 week window of time. And we want to do that quite purposefully because we want to have a very competitive situation going. So we're going to set up the meeting, perhaps one a day for 1 to 2 weeks. And those meetings are going to be 3-4 hours long. You're going to have an opportunity to share with them about your business, your vision for it, and at the same time have an opportunity to hear from them why they want to buy the company, understanding what their motivation is just as they want to understand your motivation. And after these meetings, you're going to really come away with typically a couple of different buyers that you're sort of rooting for, that you really want to buy the company. So now the meetings are over and they're given a target date once again when they should submit a letter of intent. This is going to be a much more formal document. The document will outline really the structure for the deal. It may even get into what your relationship is going to be going forward, how long you may be participating in the company, whether it's 1 year or 5 years. I mean, it's really going to vary. Every offer is going to be different. As long as I've been doing this, I've never seen 2 offers that were the same. And this is going to be a very exciting time because you're going to be selling yourself and your business, and they're going to come through all looking at it differently, even though they've all been looking at the exact same information. We're ultimately going to begin to negotiate back and forth between the various ones, the ones that you're particularly interested in, and drive that price up and make sure that we get you the best possible deal. And this can take quite a few weeks to actually get accomplished, but it's a matter of finding the right opportunity for you. Now, we sign a letter of intent, and then you move into due diligence. Due diligence, drafting documents, and moving toward closure. Typically, after a letter of intent is signed, it's about another 60 to 90 days to actually close the transaction. If they need to raise the financing to get the deal done, that may add another 30 days to bring the business to closure. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, we want to put you in a position so that you can decide which buyer is the best one for you, and that you can put your head on the pillow at night and say, you know what? They have scanned the globe and they have found the right buyer for my company. You probably have a lot of questions at this point. What's the value of my company? What's a deal going to look like? Who are some of the potential buyers? How long is this going to take? Give me a call and let's discuss all of those things so that you can walk away with some answers and feel comfortable about how we can find you the best buyer at the best price. Look forward to talking with you.